What's up, fam? It's your man Black Tekhen. I'm with King Heru, and this is Black Tekhen TV podcast. King Heru, what's up, my dude?
Hey, how you doing today? Black Tekhen, this is Heru King. You can catch me on Heru King, YouTube.com, Heru King, or Heru Orion on our Facebook page, and Heru Orion, no spaces, on my Instagram.
That's what's up. And pardon the dude, I said King Heru is Heru King. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is. So man, you've been I know you've been seeing what's going on in the news since the last time we spoke. It's been a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like this Amber Geiger situation where where man, I think the most embarrassing, well, probably not even embarrassing to everybody, but the most bogus situation, or the most bogus issue out of the whole situation was, you know what I mean, the way the little brother got up, said he forget a lady and wanted to get a lady a hug. Man, that religion, man, it's a cold thing, man. What you think about that? What would make, you know, I mean, that's the only thing that can make a person, you feel me, act like that. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, you know what I'm saying, to forgive somebody for killing their brother. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what person, it don't matter what color, I don't know what person get up and the murderer of their own. I don't know what person to do that. To me, all of that seemed fishy. And it really did this. It did two things. To me, it made them look like they was in on it. And another thing, went straight to black people. We got a problem.
Made them look like they was in on what?
In on some type of initiation.
Or, you know, what I think was, when I first seen that, my opinion was that, I'm pretty sure they coming with a civil suit. You feel me? Yeah, so I felt like that, okay, long as they got a guilty verdict, they was cool with that. Because, you know, that's kind of like, you know what I mean, a civil suit in the bag. You know, so they gonna get, you know, I'm pretty sure they gonna sue the city. You know what I mean, the Dallas Police Department. You know what I mean? And that's how I kind of took it. Like, okay, we cool, we happy, long as she got found guilty. You know what I'm saying? But man, 10 years, that was like a slap in the face, bro.
Yeah, to me, that's a slap in the face, number one. Number two, money over your own fam, because if you're doing a civil suit,
right,
a civil suit is going to make you go, okay, yeah, we can get this amount. So yeah, but that ain't enough. I don't give a fuck if I did do a civil suit. I ain't finna get up and hug that.
Right. That's that religion. Religion is you know what I'm saying, Christianity.
And here we go.
Yeah,
here we go.
Cold thing.
Religion, then that's what it was made to do. Then
right.
It was made for you, because it says to forgive, and then a system of punish. That's what it's taught. It's taught people. It's taught more, especially black people. Because I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean it. It's not no race thing here. This is just a fact. It can be a Christian motherfucker. It can be a supremely Christian white person, and they get the same verdict. They're not getting a hug.
No,
because they understand. Because look, they understand. Fuck that shit. This is real. I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about what just happened.
Right.
This is real. They understand that. But you got some black people out here. Some, I ain't saying all of them, because there's a lot of black people would have got up and killed a bitch.
Well, you seen what they got. You on social media, you see how black people react in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? They just showed plenty situations, you know what I'm saying, with black people trying to get at the person that killed their mama, their buddy, their family member, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so you already know. You know what I'm saying?
But then look at it though, bro. Look at it. The Botham family, and even the dude that got killed, Botham Jean, he used to hang with white women all the time. That's all he ever hung with.
Mm-hmm.
And if he did that, then they probably did that. So they probably they ain't looking at that color. They looking at, they just people.
Right.
But I don't give a fuck.
But it don't matter. Even if they looking at them like that,
exactly.
You still lost your brother.
So if that's the case, it can't just be, to me, the civil suit. But to me, it seemed like it was some other shit going on. Maybe the brother was doing some shit with her, or they had some triangle shit going, or some weird ass shit, or it was some type of initiation where the dude he gone and somebody got pushed up. Because there ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna get up and hug nobody, man, the judge either. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I was in the murder trial, man, and the family, they wanted to kill the motherfucker that did that to their son. They wanted to kill him.
Right.
They wanted to kill him. I'm sitting up there looking. I'm right here. I'm looking at them, and they don't. Even though the trial went their way, when it was going on, they couldn't contain. They was in the hallway talking mad shit.
Right.
They was in the hallway like that motherfucker. I mean, I'm saying they snapping.
Right.
So how you gonna do that and get up and start hugging?
Right.
So that ain't natural, man. That's if that ain't telling people something that they can show people to their face, like this shit here, some weird shit going on, and they showing it. They know the immediate response of most people is gonna be emotion, and they're not gonna go into look into, hey, why they do that shit? Like, let's look into what is that motive instead of looking at, man, he hugged her, because that initially gonna make you feel. But why the hell they do that? It can't just. And if it is, then that shows you the sick state of mind that we in.
Or they could have been scared, because a lot of people been getting death threats. You know what I'm saying? So they could have been, scared for their life. You know what I'm saying? And just, trying to bow out gracefully.
Just got up and hugged her because so then it could seem like they're good Samaritans about their own brother getting killed.
Like, oh yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, man. It's hard to say.
You know it, man. You know it, bro.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's something. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious something was going on but
it's a connection between those two. It's a connection between the family and her that's deeper than what we seeing right now. Because ain't no way I'ma hug nobody like that unless there's some stuff going on that's been going on.
So you think the family already knew her?
Yeah,
they would have testified to that. They would have, yeah. I mean, somebody that would have came up in the trial.
They said that they knew him, that he knew that their family knew her, right?
Yeah, I'm saying they didn't. I'm not saying somebody did. I'm saying it would have, if that was the case, you know what I'm saying, we would know that because somebody would have testified to that fact that, hey, we know you, you know what I'm saying, and she couldn't have just act like she thought that he was a stranger. If that was the case,
how you think somebody a stranger you walking in that house unless you had the key to his crib?
Right. What they saying is that the defense is saying is that the lock it was broken, it malfunctioned. That's what allowed her to stick her key in there and turn it to unlock his door. You know what I mean?
So how many thefts happen? Look, a criminal and a thief is gonna try that shit. I mean, everybody got a thief or somebody that live around them, and no matter where you at, and ain't nobody gonna sit up there and try sticking their key in each one of them doors to see if it crack open, because somebody had to try that. And you gonna tell me nobody ever tried that? And that whole time people living there to stick their key and say, I wonder if this opened that door. But she just so happened by chance to walk up to the door on some lottery shit and open it because that's, damn, you can win the lottery tomorrow type shit. And she just do that, oh, bingo, shit, I opened a random door.
Well, yeah, she said she thought she was in her apartment. But it's obvious. Yeah, she said she thought she was entering in her apartment, that she made a mistake, thought he was an intruder in her apartment. You know what I'm saying? But I could have sworn when it first happened that there was a picture surfacing with him and her.
Thank you. Of two women.
Yeah.
And he was hugging them.
Right. So I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, I'm feeling the fact that it probably was more than she just randomly went down there. You know what I'm saying? I always thought it was something else anyway, as far as like, she may be a woman scorned or, anything. Yep. It wasn't. And there was another lady who filmed like 60 seconds after she heard the gunshot. She filmed her walking back and forth, calling people, you know what I'm saying, after she shot dude. So it definitely is more than meets the eye. But what I'm trying to get you to elaborate on is the fact that on social media, everybody been going in on the little brother like, man, religion is a cold thing. Christianity, Jesus, this is what they've been saying. So in your opinion, you know what I'm saying, is religion that cold to where it'll make you, you know what I'm saying, want to hug somebody that just killed, you forgive them and want to hug somebody that just killed your brother?
Yeah, it is. It is that cold for some people. And yeah, like I said, because they don't get it to understand that religion is basically used for twofold. To have you worship something you don't know you're doing, and number two is to make you passive. And that's exactly what they say in that book, is to be passive. They ask the slaves to be passive, Don't go against your master. It tell them to do all of that up in that book, that God is going to deal with the situation. You're going to get yours when you get to some pie in the sky or whatever shit. That's what they sell you. So if they selling you that and your family so happen to be beneficial from just everyday living, and then you incorporate that religion in there, you thinking God doing everything when it's actually you. So now everything y'all got, y'all thinking God doing it, and then it passed down generation through generation. It sticks in the bloodline, and we both know that memory is in the blood. So if it goes through the bloodline of religion, it's that the child is already born ready to accept it, not even knowing.
Right.
So all they got to do is take them to church, and there it is.
Right. I heard.
They don't have to know.
Yeah, I heard that we was even. I forgot who was saying this. I don't want to misquote him, but I heard that we was even given a religion gene. That's what I heard through the people.
Well,
you know how they say you know how they say we was created. You know what I'm saying? Like you got so much of junk DNA.
Yes.
You got DNA that they saying you don't even use, and what this individual was saying is that we was disconnected because we able to do, you know how they, you know, growing up, you know, your mom might have told you we only use so much of our brain. Like that's
right.
Right. So, and the reason being is because of what this scientist was saying is that we've been disconnected. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody disconnected us, you know what I mean, from being able to use all of our capabilities. You know what I'm saying? And during that disconnection, they gave us a religious gene. Like they put religion in our DNA, you know what I'm saying, to make you worship, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Because, I mean, we was even having a conversation, me and you, about if aliens exist, you know
right.
what I mean? Because there's, you know, in religion, you got the creation story, but in the conscious community, some people say that we was created by the Anunnaki and then we created, you know what I'm saying, white people. That's what they say, you know what I'm saying? So this particular gentleman was saying when they created us, they disconnected us. So, you know, disconnected us. So now that's why we got junk DNA and gave us a religious gene.
Okay. Now, I like how you put that, but then you gotta, like what you just said, you said they took us and they made the junk DNA and they put our DNA in junk, which what they call junk DNA, which is not, it's just DNA we're not using, but they call it junk, which is bullshit.
No, that's what the scientists call it.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's what the scientists call it.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Now, they call it, but at the end of the day, what you said is as simple as the same thing. Like when you're reading the Bible, man, you can't look at it like you have to read it in a metaphorical sense, and it's hard for some people to break it down. But what you just said is in Genesis. It ain't talking about. See, this is what people need to understand. When they said God said, "Let us," God can't be us at the same time. But when you go back in Hebrew, the original Hebrew, not the one that they changed up, God meant Elohim. Elohim, in a sense, meant many gods. So now, when you replace God with many gods, now the entities that call themselves aliens, you call them aliens, they call themselves gods. It says, let us make man out of our own image, out of our own likeness. God said, let us. Now take God out. Elohim said, let us. Now, you're getting closer to what you were saying with the Nephilim. With the Nephilim or the Anunnaki. Because that makes more sense when you break it down. But when you put it in English, it seems like it's singular. But it really was talking about more than one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's facts.
So when you're talking about more than one, then that means these entities already had man, which was the melanated, already here. Let us make man out of our own image. Then that's when you can say, hey, that's when the DNA was removed. Because now, look, I'm making you out of my own likeness, out of my own image. The same way I am, you're going to be. The same way I act, think you're going to be. If I'm savage, you're going to end up having that. And that, at the end of the day, that's exactly what it seemed to happen. But then when you go back further into it, because you got to read it with better sense, it says something about some Adam and Eve. Now, first of all, you can't have an Adam and Eve if you had a one creation before that. That creation, when it said, let us make man, had nothing to do with Adam and Eve. It had something to do with something else, or some different type of human. Then Adam and Eve came after that. So it was a creation after that. And then even before that, it says, now go and replenish. Replenish means to put something back. So if I'm putting something back and I came and I said, yeah, let us do this way. Now y'all go redo that. So then what was before that? So when you're looking at it, it's just saying, we come in, we did this, now y'all go redo that. And then we don't like that, we gonna redo it again. And that's what the hell's been going on. You can see it. But when people read it, they read it for like some story, weirdo perspective, because you only gonna get it one way. But if you look at it, it's telling you that shit, what you just said.
Right. Well, because what this gentleman was saying was that there was two alien races, or gods, whatever you want to call them. And one race rebelled because they was being, used for slave labor. And they was being mistreated. They was being, they was dying, they was being mistreated. So to stop the rebellion, they came together. And when they came together, this could be, I don't know this for a fact, but this could, go along with what you saying. That's when they came together and said, let us make man in our likeness. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. So they can be like us, do our bidding.
Exactly.
But again, we ain't doing nothing. They gonna do the shit. So we gotta keep them like that. They gonna do it. So at the end of the day, any type of entity like us, melanated people,
right?
We would have had to rebel against that shit.
Right. No, it wasn't us yet.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It wasn't us. This is before we was even created. See, they created us.
You can't, yeah.
Okay, they created us. Hold on, let me say. They created us, right? And during that creation period is when they disconnected us because we was made in their likeness, right? I
agree.
So we would have had their abilities. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then you had a few of them. They said that they made it with us. You see what I'm saying? So, okay, now they creating, disconnect, left us here, bounce. But they was interbreeding, you know what I'm saying, with us, which they wasn't supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, before they left or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, then that's where we at, and that's supposed to be written in the Emerald tablets.
Yeah, the Sumerian text. So when you go to the Sumerian text tablets, and this is why I'm saying, you go to Sumerian text tablets and you go to in the creation stories of Egypt, something don't mix. It's because they want to put the timeline under 6,000 years. Because everything, when you look at the pyramid of Khufu, they go, yeah, it was made 3,000, 2,000 BC. But they never go further than that. But then they got carbon dating of it, which a lot of people don't believe in carbon dating, but they got carbon dating on the Sphinx, or 10,000, 12,000 years. So it's like timelines is off, because if the Sumerian text is like 3,000 years old BC, then they had Sphinxes in 12,000. Where's the original text of the original? So what I'm saying is, like, the whole erasing us out of history as melanated people goes with, we gonna say that they never was here. We never was here, so then we can say that they was created, even if they was created first. But we don't know how we got here as a people because that's been blocked out. What I'm saying is, when they came and they said, let us make man, you're right, that's when they took the DNA out. But before that, we was running this fuck.
Well, they ain't take it out, they just disconnected you from it. Because they said
disconnected us from this.
No, from
the DNA shit.
Yeah, from the DNA that we don't use, the DNA that the scientists call
what I'm saying is they
junk DNA.
But they can't disconnect you unless you was already in there. You can't, if something is already here and then you come and you do that and then their DNA get disconnected, okay, I can see that. But it was we was already here. Maybe we didn't look exactly like this, but definitely we was melanated. We was already in the situation. They come to the situation and they say, let us do this. This is why we the most.
No, man.
Man, come on.
No, man. That ain't, no, I'm telling you, no, that's not the way the story goes.
No, that's not the way that story goes.
No, and it's not even the way, but the story in the Bible, you see what I'm saying? What you saying, the story in the Bible is saying this story, But the way you saying the story is not the way the story go, not the way I understand it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
what I'm saying, you saying that we was here before the people that created us.
Yeah, because basically if you.
But what I'm saying, but listen, man, what I'm saying, the way the story go, you see what I'm saying, that you had these alien races, you see what I'm saying, before us. This is, you know what I'm saying? Now they probably, the aliens, they might have been melanated people. I don't know what they look like. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just saying the way this story go and what they saying, how we was created. And they saying we was created by these people, you know what I'm saying? And they are the ones that disconnected us during creation, you know what I'm saying, from the DNA that we don't use, is what I'm saying. That's how you know what I'm saying? Not we was here before these people, then these people came and disconnected us. No, they saying these aliens are, you see what I'm saying, our creators. This is what they saying.
Yeah, I understand that, but I can't. The reason why I can't jack with that, because they letting it be out there for you to listen. If you talking about, I'm saying what you saying is a valid thing. But what I'm talking about is when you looking in the book, and these are these Sumerian texts, but you got to understand, look at the timelines. So you got manipulation all the way through this here. You just do. So if you ain't no way. If you putting something in the book, you're not finna write that just for nothing. You only gonna write it for other people to understand. So if I write replenish, go and replenish, that means something was already here.
That's in the Bible.
Ain't no way that you gonna replenish.
That's the Bible though.
It's just like me going into a cup.
But that's the Bible.
Pour it out.
This is
what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that is, but it ain't. The whole point is, nobody really talk about it like this. If I came to a Christian and said this, they'd be like, man, you crazy. Because the whole point is when they read
because
it,
they just believe the story of the Bible. But there were stories that the Bible got their story from.
Exactly. So that what I'm saying is, if you basically putting it in a perspective that something was already here before, and we came and we made that into what we want it to be, you can't make it out of nothing, out of absolutely nothing. You got to have something, a base to make something. You can't just out of absolutely nothing. Then we're gonna do that.
Right. But what I'm saying,
something.
Right. Exactly. But what I'm saying is, when the story in the Bible, what you saying is, the Bible said, "Let us make man."
That's right.
Okay.
It said, "Let us make man," but it said, "Let us make man," meaning, and it say, "Let us make a man."
Right.
Let us make this It was already something here.
Right. So what it's just.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is,
cake out of where I want it to look.
No,
like.
I get it. So what I'm saying is, the us is the two races. You see what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
Right. But you saying that was something before that.
No, I'm saying it was something. I'm saying, yeah, the people, whatever we look like, or whatever was here, it was something here that they had to come and say, damn, look at that.
It was
now
them.
Make it look like
no,
us.
They created, this guy, and what they saying in these texts is that they created us in their likeness.
Yeah, they created us in their likeness. It's just like what's going on today. Everything is still going on. We all being made into something else that we wasn't before. You can even go 20 years back, 30 years back, and be like, man, motherfuckers ain't the same as they used to be 20, 30 years. People change throughout time. That's a natural thing. But when you're talking about speeding that up, that means that you interfered in a natural progression of what was going on. So you came in and interfered with a natural progression, because they don't want, at the end of the day, it's a bigger creator than some alien motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. So it's easier for them to say. That's why I say universal creator. It's easier for them to say, yeah, somebody came from Timbuktu, came down here from somewhere, and they made you, more than just saying they just don't know. Because the whole point of it, and then when you put two and two together of just not knowing, and then know what people was here first.
Right, these are people. This a black guy, you know what I'm saying, and these are people that's independent of, you see what I'm saying, the government, you know what I mean, that's doing, these are scientists, you know what I'm saying, that's doing this research and coming up with the stuff that they saying, you know what I'm saying. This they against religion. They don't believe religion. These particular individuals, they telling you all that stuff is fake. But they telling you what really happened was this, you know what I'm saying, to the best of their understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's what they saying.
Yeah, but when you, like I said, when I had like, and I still do got it, buckets of fucking paperwork on all of that stuff. And what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, if they don't have to say they like religion, if it falls into the religion timeline, they're not
It
gonna
don't
argue
fall
that
into
shit.
it don't fall into the time. That's what I'm saying. They not
Okay,
with
when
none
the
of that.
tablets, when the Sumerian tablets hit, right? They that shit. It wasn't dated past 10,000 BC.
Yeah, no, they got yeah, I don't know the exact dates.
Yeah, but when you find, I'm guaranteed when you find it, because when you look it up, it's 3,000 something BC, man. It's like 3,600.
Nah,
it's not past 10,000 BC.
Oh, it definitely is. They already know, because there was a you know who Dig Nash is. They call her Lucy, the oldest black woman in the world found in Ethiopia. Exactly. Okay, that was she like how many million years old? She like
right.
four. She
so
was like 4 million.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so what I'm saying, so they definitely, so the stuff that they found and what they talk about predate 30,000. What you say, 3,000 years? It's way before that.
Okay.
They saying that the, you know what I'm saying, the Sphinx, the Hermaket, you know what I'm saying, is older. They say that's 10,000 years, but they saying that's older than that.
It's older than that.
Right.
Exactly.
The people that I'm telling you
give you for those tablets is not as old as that. It's not as old as that, because I remember I had to keep going back. Those tablets not even as old as that. So what I'm saying is, if it's younger than that, then who is allowing that stuff to come out there so they can say that?
So tell me this: the Emerald tablets.
They could just go, as long as it fall into the religious timeline of 6,000 years.
Nah, they ain't on that, bro. They ain't on that. No, I'm talking about the guy who.
No, I'm not saying that they religious, bro. I'm saying that nobody is arguing them. Like, okay, you got a lot of religious fanatics that won't let nothing reach the their light. They won't let it reach their light. They can be doing all kind of researches, and these Rockefellers and Bilderbergs that won't like nobody ain't finna let none of all of that out.
Nah, but what I'm telling you, I agree. I know exactly what you're saying, and I agree with you 100%. And what I'm telling you, the people who I'm quoting, you know what I'm saying, I probably don't even got the quotes exactly right, but the people that I'm speaking of, they not talking, that's not what they own, bro. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nowhere near.
Not on religion. I know.
No, I'm talking about the timeline. This is why they saying, you see what I'm saying? Next time when we do the podcast, I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, this gonna be a topic, and I'm gonna have the timelines and everything.
Yeah,
for
because that time,
you see what I'm saying? So tell me this: the Emerald tablets. Tell me this: the Emerald tablets and the Sumerian, are they the same thing?
The Sumerian tablets are not the same as the Emerald tablets.
Okay.
That's what you're going.
The Emerald tablets, they older than the Sumerian tablets, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Well, this particular guy, he talking about the Emerald tablets. He not talking about the Sumerian text. He talking about the Emerald tablets that came from Thoth. You know
okay, you talking about Thoth. Now Thoth goes back longer.
Okay. Now this is
goes back longer.
Okay.
Now you sure that he said that?
Yeah, I'm positive.
You sure that the Emerald tablets are talking about aliens coming and making men?
This what? Yeah. He got a book. I'm gonna tell you his name. I'm gonna even get the book. So we gonna get the book. I ain't finna try to give him no plug or nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna, you know what I'm saying? And then me and you, Bill, I'm gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I see what you saying about let us make man. There have to be more than one. People been saying that forever. So yeah, us. Who is us?
More than one,
but what? So right. So from your perspective, and then this other perspective from this particular gentleman. Okay, I'll bring them together. Then I can kind of see what us was, because he's saying that according to the Emerald tablets, this is what they say. You see what I'm saying? This is what he's saying.
Okay.
I haven't read them, so I don't know. But he said he personally read them. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
So the Emerald tablets now, if he read the Emerald tablets, because I'm gonna look into more of the Emerald tablets. I know about them, like, you know, the Emerald tablets are Hermes or whatever, right. Hermetica. They got all of that stuff. Because I know you read a little bit of Hermetica, because I got some of that Walter Scott Hermetica. I know read a little bit of that, or you got some of the stuff on that. So basically, that's just all of this stuff is just basically, and even in Hermetica and Gnosticism, they're talking about nature. So at the end of the day, when I looked in Hermetica, all I saw was some of the stuff in Hermetica was basically what Frankenstein did, or basically what somebody named Yakub did, was basically human DNA creation.
Right. That's what the Nation of Islam say too. Yakub.
Yeah. So Yakub. Yeah. And so that thought that even that Yakub example is the same thing as DNA manipulation.
Exactly.
Or bringing in another race through DNA manipulation.
Exactly.
But most questions that people ask, because they'll say, well, why it ain't happening today? Why they not doing it today?
They are doing it today.
They still doing it, but I think they doing it through the food, through the air, through all types of different ways to not only do genocide, but genetically change people, because you're breathing it in, you're getting shots, you're getting all of this stuff, and genetically change people, not this generation, but the next. Because what's inside of you eventually is going to grow inside the female when she starts getting pregnant or whatever, and then it's going to come a different type of child because of everything, the shots and everything we ingest.
You could pick the type of child that you want. They got companies that do that. You could pick a child that you want to have a certain IQ, certain hair color, certain eye color, a muscular build. They've been doing that for a while already.
See, that's right there in your face. Right there is manipulation of the DNA.
Mm-hmm. They've been doing that.
Yeah, and so that science itself had to come from something. It had to come from somewhere. But my thing is, like, I know you probably, the Emerald Tablets probably tell you this, but the Emerald Tablets, I don't believe is going to say they come from any constellation, any planet, none of that. So my whole thing is what I'm saying.
Who don't come from that?
What planet did these people come from? What star system did these people come from that did the stuff that they supposedly did? What star system? And even if it's a star system, where on this plane on the land did they live under that star system? Because I'm trying to tell you now, I don't think it's ancient aliens. I think it's ancient terrestrials. Just motherfuckers that's been here longer than us, and they just been doing the same thing we doing. They just was here longer than us. They probably don't look like us exactly, but they've been here longer than us. Now reptilians. And
what's the difference from a terrestrial and an alien?
Well, because when you are ancient terrestrial, you're an ancient terrestrial that's already been here, down here. You've been down here longer than we know. But you ain't been in this same geographical spot. You could have been somewhere else on this plane under a constellation that's fixed in the sky. So then you could say, I'm from there, but you're not from no spaceship. You just from a plane. This place is bigger than what they telling us. So you probably somewhere from here, and you probably still here. And your remnants in your DNA is from the offspring that you put down here from what you did. And those are the ones that's in power now. The presidents, all these other people you putting in power because they have your DNA, that bloodline, particular bloodline.
So tell me this.
Just like reptilians, they come from interdimensional. I believe in interdimensional travel. Means like people say demons, and when you spell the word demon and you listen to the word dimension, the same thing. So that I would probably think they would come from like another dimension or some other type of shit other than coming from some space when you can't even go and explore the oceans. If you can't go and explore your own oceans and get down there to see what's in there, over 90% of the oceans ain't been explored. You gonna tell me you know what's in another galaxy? You know how the galaxy shaped? You know how it looked? How you even know how the Milky Way galaxy look? We in the Milky Way, guys, so you know how it look from the beginning all the way toward the end.
So tell me this. So from what you saying, it sounds like you believe in the flat Earth theory.
I'm swooping toward that. I'm not saying a complete flat Earth, like I'm saying a plane. That's
flat Earth.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You don't believe that we on a sphere.
I don't think it's a sphere, no.
So then, how do you explain, the ancient Egyptians? You know what I mean? How do you explain what they said?
They even put it. They
didn't say it was flat.
Under a dome.
Nah.
You ain't see the picture?
Nah, they ain't say we was under a dome, man. They just said, see, everything. They always show a personification of something. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they showed Newt. She was covering the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? And Newt represent what? Air, right?
Yeah, the air or you could say the air, the stars, all of that, because that's what she had on her body. The stars,
right. I think Newt is the air. She's the air, or if I'm not mistaken, the air, the wind, or something like that. Yeah.
And then you saying
that's just so she was just
who's holding up? What's holding up?
She was just a personification of the air or whatever representation that she was. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, you know what I mean? They not showing, but I know what you're saying. Like I see all that stuff too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
everybody can.
The Nile River flows north. It don't flow south. It flows backwards. So if we on a sphere, which is a circle going up and spinning around or whatever, how come the Nile River flow the other way? It flow the opposite direction.
Right.
It don't go the other. So if on a circle plane, you would figure it wouldn't do that. All water gonna flow, but it's going that way. So that whole thing is like when I'm looking at all that, I'm going, okay, how that's flowing that way? And then when you look, no matter how high you get, you're seeing a horizon. You ain't seeing no curve. Every time people go up high, you ain't seeing no curve, none whatsoever. You just seeing flat all the way through. Then you got different ways that planes fly through the air. They got to fly certain ways. But we don't know exactly what airspace is restricted, what airspace not restricted. We just know the pilots just know they can't fly certain places. But why is that? Because, they got all of Antarctica blocked off, all 50 states and other countries. I mean, not states, but all the other countries, including the United States, Russia, all of them got their own stake in Antarctica. Why do they have their stake in Antarctica? And then they say, don't nobody own Antarctica. But you can't come up here.
Right, and I know what you're getting at, because what they say is that you gonna fall off. Like Antarctica is the edge. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
So what I heard about Antarctica, you know what I'm saying? Now this take us back to the aliens, and this take us back to underground stuff. Hitler and them was over there.
I agree with you.
He was over there in Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? And they saying that, they got all these underground tunnels and bunkers, and
that's right.
This is where the aliens are, and stuff like that. Now I would believe that there's more truth to that before I would believe the fact that, well, if you go too far, you're gonna fall off. I don't believe that. But that's what they say. That's what the flat earth people saying though. Oh, they saying that's the end of the dome. That's what they saying. Like you can't go no further than that.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that's some of them. You gotta understand. You got infinite plane, then you got flat earth. Flat earthers believe that it's an edge or whatever, and it's blocked off with the ice wall and all that crap.
Right.
I'm saying that it's more land, and then to more land mean more people can move to certain areas of this plane, and they can't. They blocking it off because it's other races that live on this same plane, so you can't go that way. You can't go over there. You can't cross this shit.
Right. That could be true. Yeah, that could be true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because y'all quarantined.
Right.
Y'all fucked up. Y'all can't go over there.
Right.
And they protecting it with the military. They got military all through that bitch. So that means it's like we blocking some shit off. Not only the shit that we discovered here, but what's past there. You can't get past that.
Right. Definitely. So, I can believe that. You know what I'm saying? I can believe that they keeping us from something. It might be the elites. You know what I'm saying? They might got
I agree.
Some beautiful.
I agree, because if it's all the countries, if all the countries got their flags sitting out there, the elites, each one of them countries is behind something. They blocking shit.
Right. Yeah, they got an agreement. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, they got an agreement. Like, we all know what's over here. We all know what's happening.
Right. They over there. You know what I'm saying? They over there reaping the benefits. They ain't just over there letting it be. They
That's
over there. Yeah, I can believe that before I would believe that it's a dome, you know what I'm saying, and you can't go past the dome. But they definitely hiding something. Really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I believe that.
Something.
Yeah, I believe
they got
that.
Both, because the whole thing is, I'm not saying it's a dome where you're gonna fly off. I'm saying that at the end of the day, it's something definitely above. It's just like different atmospheres. The same reason why they told us they went to the moon, but then just admitted that they didn't go. They didn't admit it, but they admitted they lost all the files. Then they come back and say the moon is in our atmosphere.
So they said they lost the files going to the moon?
Yeah, they said they lost everything. They said they lost all the NASA said they lost all the files that they even went there.
Hey, now I'm
finna maybe a couple months later, maybe last year.
Hey, now I'm finna tell you something that's going. Now I know this. This is my own experience in life. Mm-hmm. So now I know a guy that's locked up. Guess why he locked up? This dude This dude is locked up, and guess for what?
For what?
Stealing a moon rock.
Still.
A moon rock.
Oh, stealing the moon rock.
Stealing a moon rock. This dude, his nickname was Moon Rock, and he probably out now. You know what I'm saying? But this dude was booked for stealing a moon rock.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how true that moon rock mess
but
is.
whatever it was, whoever booked him, you know what I'm saying, whoever convicted his ass, you know what I'm saying.
But see, this is what I'm saying. This is what the sense of all of it comes in. First of all, I ain't even gonna go to the Van Allen belts, but I can to kill everything with that. You gonna tell me y'all had technology back in 1969 to get past the Van Allen belts with a fucking aluminum foil ship? And when you saw that aluminum foil ship they supposedly went to the moon with, it probably 238,000 miles away, and you went there with that ship and you landed like that. When you came down landing, it already looked like you had the camera on the moon. So who put the camera there?
Right.
So because they showed them landing. So okay, if you showing people land, how the camera get there?
Right. But
Camera
listen,
come from? So
but won't that be kind of cold to lock somebody up for stealing something that ain't true? I'm not saying I'm not saying that they
probably do that all the time.
I know, but I'm not saying that it ain't happened, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying that they did, you know, go to the moon or whatever. I got my opinion about that, but I'm talking about that's a cold game.
It is a cold game, but just like the cold game of religion, it all comes together. Religion and that space belief, that moon shit, because they have to have you believe that for a reason, to throw you off of natural process of thought, natural process of connecting to the creator, because they have to give you, this is what that is. This is what it is. So they got to give you that. The creator, they got to give you can't know it on your own. You don't even know what free thought is to think on your own, to say, yo, man, wait a minute, let me think about this. Let me put my spirit out here to think about it. Is there a universal creator? Am I manifesting the things in my life? Or is it some imaginary devil doing this shit to me? And then when that shit go bad, the devil did it. And then when it's going good, God did it. But when it's going, God is good all the time. But yet still, when shit go bad for me, I'm going to blame the devil. No, God is good all the time. So what is you?
Right.
So the whole point is, when you got that going on and you got them saying, yeah, we went to the moon in 1969 with aluminum foil ass ship, and we had to fly past the Van Allen belts, which can't nothing get past that radiation, and they even admitted it. I got video of NASA saying, look, can't even get past it. We can only fly in the atmosphere. Then they went and said the high atmosphere. Then they went and said that the moon is local. Yeah, they're announcing that the moon is in Earth's atmosphere. So now, the moon is in Earth's atmosphere. What picture was that they were showing from the moon looking at the Earth, when the Earth looked way the fuck back?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're saying the moon is in Earth's atmosphere, but then when you show the picture, when they landed on the moon and they show the picture of the Earth off in the distance, that shit look like it's way off. So you telling me the atmosphere go all the way back that far? So a lot of stuff that they saying, they just know that they can get people with propaganda. It's propaganda testing, it's psychological testing, it's getting you to believe in something. Then they could do something else. That's what it all is. When you start to think, you're like, man, let me just think about what they're telling me. But everybody be so caught up in work and trying to get money and do what they got to do for their families. A lot of times they don't be wanting to think about that. That's why they give it to you, so you don't have to even think about it.
Right.
That's why they say, here, there you go. So now, if you ever even inquired or thought about it, we killed that for you. There it is right there. You see the moon every day, so they're going to ask questions about that. So let's just kill it right now. Well, we was running in the space program against Russia. Get the fuck out of here. That whole thing was hoaxed out. They was in the studio, the whole thing. If you see that movie with O.J. Simpson, man, it give you a little, that space movie when they act like they went to Mars and all that. They ain't never go.
What movie?
It's called Capricorn 1.
Oh, okay.
I think it's called with O.J. Simpson, and he played an astronaut, and they went up in space. They were supposed to be going to Mars, but right when the rocket was about to shoot up, somebody came in there and said, "Y'all get up out of here. We got orders for y'all to get up out the ship." So they all got up out the ship. The rocket went up, and then they made it look like they went somewhere. They never went nowhere. They went off to a studio, and they filmed like they was on Mars.
That's crazy.
They wouldn't even go. That's what I'm saying. So when they showing that, then you look at the way that the moon landing look and all these, man, you can see, I'm looking at different angles of videos of how it looked. Man, that shit wasn't even real. Buzz ain't even come out and said they went.
Yeah, they were showing.
Come out and really say it.
Yeah, they were showing. Yeah, they were showing. Like saying things like, how could you have a shadow when the sun is in this position and you doing, you know, I seen that kind of stuff too.
Listen, if a cloud passes in front of the sun and then you see a cloud pass behind the sun, I've seen plenty video and pictures, and not only myself, of clouds being behind the sun and clouds being right in front of the sun, block the whole motherfucker out completely, but you can still see like a local shine through that motherfucker, like through the cloud. Now it's supposed to be 93 million miles away, and then that's what we get for 93 million miles away. Mm-hmm. It's all perspective. All that chemtrail shit they spraying and what we eating, all that probably mess up our eye perception. It probably ain't even that far either.
Mm-hmm.
See, the whole thing is if you can't fly past radiation belts and you can't get past that with this technology, how you even getting satellites up? You got satellites going way out to Pluto, like I said. Why can't we get a space picture of our solar system? Not a fucking drawing, but a space picture of our solar system. At least if you can't give us 3 planets lined up from a space point of view. Can we get that? Because you got all these telescopes aimed at the sky, but you can't give us 3 planets lined up without the CGI. You see, you know what I'm talking about?
Without the what?
The CGI.
What's the CGI?
The extra stuff that they paint and put on there to make it look like it is. Give
us the Photoshop
clear-cut space picture.
The Photoshop.
Yeah, that Photoshop shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't never give you no real picture of at least 2 to 3 planets. They got satellites. They say they flying through the whole solar system. Why we can't get no real space picture of those motherfuckers?
Right.
We getting Photoshop. That's what Jupiter look like. And then if they do show it, you still not getting a whole view of it. Of really what it is. You just getting one view. That's Saturn. But you ain't showing all of the planets. You just when you show all the planets, you give it to us on a Photoshop copy. Yeah, how the solar system look, and then you gonna see the same Photoshop. There go Venus. There go my planet. You ain't gonna get no real picture.
Right. Yeah. So it's it's a lot of deception going on. It always has been. You know what I'm saying? And they never gonna tell you, exactly what's going on and why. And they couldn't rule like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't, know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? They always
That's true. Everybody can't know what's happening, but at the same time, the basic stuff that people supposed to know that should be privy to them for free, they taking that away by giving you illusions.
Right.
So then that right there, like, everybody not supposed to know everything, but everybody is not supposed to be cut off from stuff they privy to.
Right. You should have the ability to go learn it if you want to.
Yeah, or just leave it alone.
Or you shouldn't be lied to.
Right. If it's already for us to have and already know, why you got to give it to us? Like, why you got to say this is what it is, that's what it is, and then just even with history alone, with Columbus, they
capitalize off of it. They capitalize off of it.
Yeah, they capitalize off a lot. Like,
what?
Columbus,
with knowing what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power and money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, knowledge is power and money, and that's why it goes all the way back to what we was talking about with that Amber Geiger case. They know shit, so knowledge is power.
Right. What you think about? Speaking of that, what you think about the witness getting killed, the Joshua Brown guy? You know what I'm saying? I had dropped a little something about it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of hit it from the perspective of what they was talking about as far as being a snitch. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the 6ix9ine situation. You know what I'm saying? He a snitch. You know what I'm saying? And so at what point, you know what I'm saying? So is Joshua Brown a snitch? This is the question that I asked yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Is he a snitch because he got on, the police? That's how the police looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And from the police perspective, they dealt with a snitch if they did that. You know what I'm saying? They dealt with a snitch the way you deal with a snitch. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's just like on the streets. In this situation, it'll be black people, you know what I'm saying, against the police. because this is the police that you got, you know what I'm saying, that's shooting black people, killing black people, beating black people up. You know what I'm saying? So this is a war between black people and police. You know what I'm saying? And right. So black people need, you know what I'm saying, to step up and handle their business. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the police, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got no problem with handling their business. You know what I'm saying? So if you people, in my opinion, black people looking for justice from people that ain't never gonna give us no justice.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? You know why? So why you even waiting? So why you even waiting on the court, you know what I'm saying, to do, or you expecting the court to do what's right? You know what I'm saying? When, you know what I'm saying?
They never did.
Right. And they never did. And plus, you know, if this is a war, if this is, you know what I'm saying, the way they carrying it, they killing motherfuckers. They killing niggas for snitching. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they know what it is. Everybody know what it is with black people. You know what I'm saying? So from that perspective, you know what I'm saying, was dude a snitch? You know what I'm saying? Because instead of black people stepping up, you know what I'm saying, and doing what need to be done, you know what I'm saying, to stop a motherfucker from treating us like this and doing us the way they doing us, you know what I'm saying, you telling. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line, you telling. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is. We know the motherfuckers don't like us, never did. It's always been a war between black people and the police.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When they was on the plantation, you know what I'm saying, the overseer, the officer. You know what I'm saying? So this always been the case. So when you look at it from that perspective, you know what I'm saying, is you snitching? Because the reason why you don't snitch is because you're gonna handle that shit in the street.
That's right.
So you say like, man, man, dude ain't do nothing. I don't know, I don't know what happened. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then you take care of your own business. You ain't looking for somebody to serve justice for you. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like it's just like let somebody go, niggas kill niggas every day for killing their brother. They homie.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker kill your homie. You know what I'm saying? That's what the gang wars be about right now. Motherfucker kill your homie, niggas going right back at that nigga, get him. Man, so how are the police, you know what I'm saying, above that? When they killing people, innocent people, they not killing them because they committed a crime. They on some, you know, this lady walked in a motherfucker house and laid a nigga down. This man is completely innocent. You know what I'm saying? So at what point is niggas gonna stand up? And at what point are you gonna hold a motherfucker accountable for the same shit that you hold your own people accountable for? You know what I'm saying? But you are niggas that put their tail between their legs and go tell. That's how I hit it. That's how I hit it yesterday.
So yeah, that's good. That's good dialogue on that. That's good. But the question is, because I didn't watch all of the trial and everything with him on. They saying he was going against Amber.
Yeah, he was a witness. He was a witness for Amber, the prosecution. Right? Yeah. Yeah,
he was on the defense. Okay, so she was defense, but he was on the prosecution.
Right.
So if you look at it this way, then it's what is to me. I'm gonna just ask this question: like a snitch, and by definition, by the street where it go to me, and this is where it universally is. If you involved in something with a group of motherfuckers, and then you down with everything they doing, and you masterminding the shit, or you know exactly what's going on, you know all that shit because you in on it with some motherfuckers. Yeah. And you go get caught up, and then you go tell on everybody, but you was part of all of that. To me, that's a snitch.
Nah.
Right?
Nah. Me, that's what they. No, this is what they saying. But see,
and they do.
No, this is. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. This is what they saying. Okay, but that ain't how it's really carried. You snitching when you ain't minding your business.
Yeah, you snitching when you ain't minding your business.
If you see me do, if I do something, it's just like say you on the street. And you hustling, right? And a motherfucker see where you know what I'm saying, where you put the work. There's somebody, you know what I'm saying, but they don't want you, you know, they nosy neighbors. They tired of you hustling on their block. They call the police, tell the police where you got the work, where you got the guns, what you doing. Man, that is a snitch.
Well, yeah.
It ain't, you know, what they trying to say. But so listen to what I'm saying. So what they trying to say now is what you said. If you ain't involved, if you a civilian, you see what I'm saying? If you a civilian and you not a part of that life, you not a snitch. You make yourself a part of that life once you got into a motherfucker business. You see what I'm saying?
Well, okay, now that's true.
That's snitching,
but
bro.
Listen, but that's true. That is. But what do you say to a person that say, "Hey, yo," because we've been on the blocks. You've been on blocks, right? And one fucker say, "Hey, yo," before y'all came over here, it was quiet. It wasn't none of that shit.
It don't matter, man. Mind your business. If you ain't going,
to them,
they gonna. But okay, they gonna tell.
But you can't.
They gonna tell.
I'm just saying. So if you got a civilian person telling,
that's still snitching,
and a
bro.
Regular motherfucker go, I'm gonna go kill that civilian.
That's still snitching, bro.
But listen, I
know what you're saying. It ain't no. But what this? Cause just like the police.
Okay, so if a regular civilian person, an old woman, two old, say the baby, old women, just mothers, and there ain't nobody young your age. They don't, and before mother came around, because usually how niggas get on blocks, they come around and then they change that whole shit up because of the shorties that's under them. They out there wilding, the whole block go flip on, the whole block flip. It used to be nice. Now the whole block flip and all kind of shit going on. Like the same people that was living there before that happened, you want them to just, they not going to stop. They ain't going to not say nothing.
Bruh.
Because it was like before you came with your clique, they was living on that block for years, and then all of a sudden, it's just like you living somewhere, and all of a sudden, niggas move in, and you got niggas standing over here, niggas standing over there, doing all this.
No, I know what you're saying. Bruh, that's everything. That's what led you to snitching. That's what made you call the police. That don't got nothing to do with if you a snitch or not.
Right, but it
don't matter. That's what led. So, yeah, but what I'm saying is, just like the police. The police, this dude getting in their business.
Right.
He was minding he coming to court, he testifying for the prosecution to help put they people in jail. Period. This all they see.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This all they see. And they the police. They the ones that's supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah, but
they still huh?
The police are the biggest gangsters.
But listen to what I'm saying. We talking about the death. We talking about whether you a snitch or not.
Well, yeah, that will make him that when it comes down to that. But on that basis of just a blank snitch,
bruh. What I'm saying is, bruh, if your son, you got two children, and your son come in, Dad, so and so did this to me. You gonna say, boy, stop snitching. You ain't gonna say, oh, you a civilian and you ain't had nothing. All that shit.
I get that.
All that shit is that's just what motherfuckers came up with to justify. If you tell on somebody, bro, if regardless of what the situation is,
that's true.
You a snitch by definition, man. That's just it. That's all.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's levels to that when you talking about people that's already been living somewhere. Bruh. And they don't want that shit right there.
It's levels to snitching now?
It's just like you. If somebody come on, if it's just like you. You ain't gonna say nothing. You just gonna move out. If people move on your block and start doing all kind of shit, and you was like, I never thought this would happen. Now, you ain't gonna say, you ain't gonna go, well, they doing this on my block. I'm telling. But you gonna be mad at the next person that's your neighbor across the way.
We talking about snitching, bro. We talking about calling the police.
It's like I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go.
Okay, well, so we not talking about what we would do individually. What I'm saying now is the man a snitch or not?
Yeah, in the definition, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I know it's different things that's gonna lead you to snitching, and I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, if I was in that situation, what I would do and what I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that an old woman, that people coming around their neighborhood and doing stuff and they had a peaceful neighborhood before these motherfuckers came, and if she go tell, I ain't saying none of that. I'm saying, because that's the stuff that just leads you to snitching. You see what I'm saying? You still, when you call the police and you tell a motherfucker, you tell on somebody that they doing this and they doing that, you are a snitch.
Yeah, especially, well, okay. Say about this, because you broke it down. You right. That's it. Point blank. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't call and say, yeah, it's motherfuckers. I wouldn't do that. I never done nothing like that. Wouldn't do that. But what I'm saying, if the next person do it, yeah, there is. But how do you feel about a person that's already been around, that's been living peaceful, and then they do that and they have nothing to do with those people?
Man, you know what a motherfucker thinking? You know what a motherfucker thinking? You know what a motherfucker thinking while they kill a snitch? They thinking about, goddamn it, not going to jail.
That's right.
Right.
That's it.
So they thinking about that these people is telling on them, and their testimony is gonna get them locked up. So it don't matter who it is.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
To the people that's looking at going to the penitentiary or whatever the case may be, that's why people kill people that testify. You see what I'm saying? The bottom line. You see what I'm saying? And they kill, and it don't matter who the person is. If
it's an old person or whatever, they don't want to do the time.
Right. It just if you dealing with the mob, you could be an old. You know what I'm saying? With that. Anything. I'm just saying, like it don't matter who it is. It don't matter what the situation. It ain't no pass. Motherfuckers trying to come up with all this shit. If you a civilian and you ain't in this gang and this and that shit that don't really fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? A snitch is a fucking snitch. The police just showed you because they the police. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to uphold the law. You see what I'm saying? That you come to them to look. You come to them. You come to them and snitch. You snitch to them. But if you tell on, but look now, if you tell on them, they'll kill you. They'll tell you, come tell us so we can lock this motherfucker up. But if you tell on them at the same time, they will kill you. What do that tell you, bro? That tell you a snitch is a motherfucking snitch, man. It's the bottom line.
That's what it tells you.
And
when you're involved in something crooked, that's right.
Even if it ain't crooked. Even if you could be minding your own business.
The police ain't crooked. The police.
No, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying you might ain't even involved in the shit. You know what I'm saying? You a snitch because you ain't minding your business in different situations. You see what I'm saying? It depends on who you are. Maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All I know is if you tell on a motherfucker, that's the definition of a snitch. Now, different situations, you will, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. If somebody killed your mom, you know what I'm saying? And you knew who it was and you couldn't kill him or you ain't want to risk and kill him, I'm pretty sure you gonna tell on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, depending on who knows the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying those are the things that lead you to that. But by definition, you know what I'm saying? When you tell on somebody, you snitching. You got to stand on it. It is what it is. I ain't saying the man was wrong or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, shit, tell on the fuck the police. You know what I'm saying? Tell on they bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you still gotta stand on what it is. Period. That's all I'm saying, bro.
And so basically, you saying the cops is playing by the laws of the street.
Man, they saying that no, they ain't playing by the laws of the street. They the reason we got a code. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't.
You saying that they killed him because he was trying to snitch on them, right?
Because he did.
Right.
That's what everybody's saying. That ain't what I'm saying. If this motherfucker testified and he come up dead, that's just popular opinion. Oh, the police killed him. This is what everybody's saying. You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody's saying the police killed him. He came up. We ain't believing that bullshit. Y'all talking about these other brothers came from Louisiana and killed this man. Ain't nobody believing that. The word on the street, this ain't no coincidence. The police killed him. So why did the police kill him? Because he told. Because he testified.
So they did the same thing that nigga in the street with them.
Man, because he did what? Snitched.
Of course. So they doing the same thing as a motherfucker in the street with them.
Yeah.
So basically, the cops ain't no better than motherfuckers that's in the street. They just got a badge.
Man, we know they a gang. Niggas on the streets. Yeah, niggas on the streets know they a gang. You know, I ain't defending the police. What I'm really trying to do is point out the fact that niggas need to learn from these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm really saying. Like, you ain't stop. You not finna get no motherfucking justice. They ain't finna give us no motherfucking justice. You know what I'm saying? Man, step the fuck up. These motherfuckers supposed to uphold the law. And they'll lay your ass down. You know what I'm saying? For fucking with they people. You know what I'm saying?
And they've been doing it for years.
And they've been doing it. So niggas need to quit, you know, all this shit. Even if it ain't the police, it's somebody that's on some bullshit, that's whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? If they trying to make it look like whatever the fuck. You see what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, man, motherfuckers need to learn from that You see what I'm saying? And quit talking about this and that. If this cold, you ain't a snitch and this situation, because ain't nobody going on. Ain't nobody.
Like when they come to Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's just he fucked up. And if he don't do no jail time, that's even worse.
Yeah.
That right there. And even because to me, I'm looking at it like this, like the gang culture, it worked like this, like nigga, you know what you signed up for, you knew what these niggas was on, you already knew that, and you was allowing that shit, you was letting that violence around you, you was with it, you was claiming it, you was storing it up, and then now you talking about something else. So now, yeah, and then you telling on them too, everybody around it. That's the king. He wear the crown for that one.
Right.
He wear the crown for that.
But shit, there's motherfuckers, man. It's motherfuckers that, man, do that shit every day. You don't even know. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers. He ain't the only one.
But Mel Murder, I'm really looking at I think it was on Hassan Campbell channel, but he got off another channel because I heard the voice. He got, I think, Hip Hop Classics Daily. Well, Mel Murder wrote to the judge talking about something. I hope you in good spirits. And this and that, I didn't do none of this stuff. I was trying to get away from it. I'm a good guy and all this. You know, he basically pleading.
Of course.
Crying to the judge.
Of course.
Mel Murder is.
Of course. What, you better? Shit. The fuck you think? I ain't finna think he no punk cause he doing that. Shit. This nigga looking at being in jail for the rest of his motherfucking life. Shit. Yeah. Nigga, you better write to the judge and apologize. This motherfucker finna send you. Shit. Yeah, you better do that. And then the motherfucker trying to make them look bad putting that shit out, they are goofy. They ain't never been in that situation. You know what I'm saying? They ain't make them look bad. Yeah, you can't make that. See, a real motherfucker gonna know. You see what I'm saying? Like I just said. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make that man look bad to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he pleading with the motherfucker that's holding his life in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Right. This motherfucker looking at him like he's some kind of hardened ass criminal with blood and all this shit a motherfucker done told on him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try. Here, man, yeah, this is how I really am. Yeah, you better say something. Shit. Straight up. Shit, that might be the difference in the motherfucker getting 25 years versus 65 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's true.
Hell yeah.
That's true that. Damn, but they trying to make fun of him. Like, he go outside Campbell, he like, yeah, man, crying. Listen to him crying. If you so tough, why you crying now? Just do it. Do what you gotta do.
Come on, man. Come on, man. No, that shit weak for a motherfucker even try to clown somebody about that. Yeah, that shit weak.
I was like, man, I'm looking at him like, what?
Man, that shit weak. That shit, cause man, this shit, man, Tekashi show you how cold it is. This nigga told the next day. So he show you how cold it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, for them to go to trial, you know what I'm saying? You know, that take a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because when the feds get at you, they already got you. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, because you got so many motherfuckers snitching. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't.
They got a lot of information.
Right.
You for a minute.
For a minute, everybody telling on you. They got wiretaps. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really shit you could do. You know what I'm saying?
Case is built.
Yeah. So for right. So for them to go, they fighting for their life. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you can't never make nobody look bad. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because they fighting for their motherfucking freedom. That got to be somebody that ain't never been locked up over. Nigga, you ain't about that life, nigga, because ain't nothing wrong. Yeah.
Basically, it's him fighting for his life.
That's what it is.
He's trying to fight for
He's fighting for his life.
That's what happened.
Yeah, why you gonna make fun of a motherfucker for that, for some views on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't see, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Come on, man. That nigga they ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Because they ain't never been wrapped up by them people. They ain't never been under that pressure like that by them people. You know what I'm saying? Right. So only motherfuckers that been through that shit know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So come on, man.
The whole thing is Hassan Campbell been locked up for some type of murder or some whatever, attempted murder. He been locked up in Rikers. So he feel like, yo, I've been locked up in Rikers. I can say what I want.
But then he really bogus. Nigga, you been to the joint. You know what it is.
Yeah, he been to the joint.
Yeah, well, you really bogus for coming at the man like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man. All of us been bit by the same dog. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
And like I said, he was the main one talking. So that's why I say it's either for money, and views. And money and views, I have people saying anything about a situation. Even if they've been it, they don't care. They just looking out for money and views. And that shows that by his character alone that he's not trustworthy. And there's a lot of people out there like that. And it's a shame that it's most of our people that's like that. A lot of our people like that.
Hey, well, man, guess what? Well, right here on Black Tekhen TV, goddamn it, we keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no motherfucker doing no shit for no views and on no phony shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, right here, as long as we doing this, man, they know, you know, we gonna keep it 100, man. All the way around the board. You know what I'm saying? I
ain't no ulterior motive. Like,
yeah, none. I really ain't finna try. I ain't trying to make fun of no motherfuckers. None of that, you know what I'm saying, cake ass shit. I ain't even cut like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah, I ain't even, you know, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't built like that. I'm cut from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right, man. But like I say, you is, but it's a lot of people that ain't. You know what I mean?
Oh no, definitely.
They're not.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For
they
sure.
Gotta come and do whatever and say anything. But that's what they doing nowadays for views. They saying anything, clout chasing, running around doing all that. And at the end of the day, they can get shut down by the same motherfuckers.
By the same motherfuckers. They ain't even standing on shit. But look, man.
Exactly.
But look, on that note, you know what I'm saying? Man, we gon' close with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know, as always, you know, we getting it in, like I said, you know what I mean? Especially from me and you, or just on Black Tekhen TV, period. Like I said, man, we keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So the people, man, y'all continue to tune in. I'm your man, Black Tekhen, with my man, Heru King. Peace.
Signing off. Peace.